story, and we have 4 different videos. A silver crash that took place was definitely not a correction, but a drive-by shooting and a criminal act. We have a full report on a roundtable discussion on silver by a group of top specialist silver analysts, and they do their analysis, which puts forward a hugely bullish case for investment in precious metals, gold and silver. The people involved in that, David Morgan, also Bill Murphy from GATA. You also have Eric Sprott involved, Max Kaiser, many people involved in this roundtable discussion. We have the links to the 4-part YouTube video that you can watch as well. There's a story associated with it. If you get a chance, this is a must-read, a must-watch. It will explain to you exactly what happened when we had that pullback in silver. That's one reason alone to get the newsletter. Get your name on the list for the free weekly newsletter, 1-866-623-2002. Also coming out this week, Eric Sprott. He actually discussed silver's prospects and what he called last week's raid with Max Kaiser. And he says, I will be a buyer of silver today. I will be a buyer of silver tomorrow. We have not lost faith in what has happened to silver. As for what happened with the instantaneous $6 drop in silver on May 1st, in my mind, it's just one of those raids that we've experienced from time to time. There was no particular reason for it. And then we end up with 5 margin rate increases. It just reeks of someone manipulating the price of silver down. I have no fear of silver here. Yes, it will be parabolic, but it's going to be way more parabolic than what we've had today. I believe that gold is the de facto reserve currency of the world. It's outperformed everything for 11 years. Silver has always been a currency. People are now treating it as a currency, and it's a very, very small market. There's no way that with roughly 50 billion of silver inventory around the world that we can make it a currency, so I see the price going higher. And on the ridiculous recent trading volume in silver, one of the things we should look at is the trading of silver in the paper markets. I mean the COMEX and the SLV. And he actually goes on to say last week it averaged 1.2 billion ounces per day. There is only 700 million ounces of silver mined in a year. There's only 33 million ounces of silver that is available for delivery by the commercial shorters. If something like 3% of the people were trading silver in one day demanded physical delivery, there would be no silver on the COMEX. The key market is the physical market. And he says, I don't think this raid is going to work. He actually went on to say in past interviews that he believes silver will be going to $100 an ounce. But one of the things I was reading this week, and it was in relation to oil, they were talking to an oil trader who ran a hedge fund, and they were talking about margins, and he said these different exchanges, whether it be gold, silver, commodities, or oil, should not be worried about margins. They should be worried about position limits. It's not about the margins. It really, Harold, it's about the position limits where you have people controlling massive positions, and that should not be allowed. But the prospects for silver and gold, very, very bright.
You better believe it. And again, all very, very good points that you just brought up. I've seen this happen many, many times before. I've been in the business for 35 years, and again, I watch these markets very closely. And the last 9 pullbacks that we've seen before, the market has responded the same way as it is right now. There's just absolutely no way that a market like gold goes basically up to $1,500, and silver goes all the way up to 50, and all of a sudden is not bullish anymore. There's nothing that changed in the market at all fundamentally. Otherwise, we would have brought that news to you. Again, we're not married to this market. It's the market that makes sense at this particular point, and that's why we're recommending it. That's why we recommended it for the last decade to you, because, again, we felt that this market had tremendous merit, and obviously it does. But we're nowhere close to it, and, again, I know it can be confusing when you listen to several other analysts about what they think is going to happen. All in all, I do not read anybody else's work. I do what I basically believe is the right thing. I've been in the business a long time. I basically know what to look for, and that's what I report. I don't want to have outside sources really clouding my thinking with negative thinking as to and change my opinion. So we've been very accurate. We've seen silver go from $4 all the way up to $50 in the last 10 years, and most of the listeners to our radio show are sitting in gold, silver, and diamonds, and that's where your money should be. That's where all the money is going to be made over the next 5 to 10 years.
The telephone number to invest in precious metals, it's all about monetary policy, and really the monetary policy of the United States and other countries around the world. Portugal obviously getting a bailout. Now there's talk of Italy. There's talk that Greece needs restructuring already after them being bailed out. We're in a very dicey time when it comes to the world's finances. It's about monetary policy, people moving towards precious metals. You can't debase precious metals. It's finite. And any idiot, as we mentioned on last week's show, Bunker Hunt said, any idiot can operate a printing press. But when it comes to precious metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, diamonds, you can't duplicate these things overnight. They can't be printed, and that's why you need to have an allocation of precious metals in your portfolio for profit and protection. The telephone number 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002. The website www.pmc.com, and they have lowered their minimums when it comes to the amount of silver that you can get involved in this market for the very first time. That is 500 ounces. Peter Schiff came out this week and says, I think it's a buying opportunity with gold. I do believe the U.S. economy is slowing down. In fact, I think it's going to slow a lot more than people realize. But for that reason, I think quantitative easing will not end over the summer. In fact, I think the Fed is going to step in. QE3 could be even bigger than QE2, and that's very bullish for precious metals and very bullish for the dollar. Jim Rogers came out this week and said, in relation to commodities and precious metals, 5% correction in gold is meaningless. These things correct 10, 15, 20%, 30% every year. Nothing unusual about that. That is the way the markets work. I do not see anything unusual. I expect that there will be more corrections during the course of this bull market. I hope the bull market goes up, commodities go up, go up, and consolidates for years to come. That is my expectation for all commodities. And one thing that came out this week, and I thought it was interesting, a London trader that King World News speaks with says there is massive Asian buying of physical gold and silver. It used to be 50-50, but now I think people have lost trust for mainstream news and the government. I tell you, the sentiment has swung to Europe. No one trusts a thing, and that's why people over here are moving into metals. The other component here is that very few people are fooled by inflation numbers anymore. It's a different mindset than what we had 10 years ago. That is King World News reporting and speaking with a secret London trader. And I think that tells us everything that we need to know. People are wising up to what's happening around the world with governments and what they're doing with their finances. To invest in precious metals, the telephone number 1-866-623-2002, 1-866-623-2002, the website www.pmc.com. It was an amazing week for diamonds. We had 2 auctions, and we have a featured diamond we'll tell you about. The World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel and me, Randy Marshall, continues right after this. Welcome back to the World Financial Report on Radio with Harold Siegel. My name is Randy Marshall. Joining us via the telephone, our financial expert, Harold Siegel. We're taping this show on May 20th, 2011 at approximately 9:10 in the morning Mountain. That's 11:10 Eastern Time. Show runs on AM 640 in Toronto, 630 CHED in Edmonton. If you ever miss a show, you can catch us online. And Harold's website is HESradio.com, HESradio.com. The shows are archived there. We're on early in Edmonton due to playoff hockey. And next week, at this point, we believe we'll be on at our normal time in Edmonton at 3 o'clock, but that could change. So listen to CHED, and they will have promos for our show running with the time, and you may want to call the radio station at the end of the week and just double-check exactly what time we will be on. But at this point, we are unsure due to playoff hockey, and you never know how things are going to turn out. But we do know the Canucks are going to go to the Stanley Cup Final and win. I'm cheering for the Canucks. It's that time of the show where we talk about investing in diamonds. Harold's website is rarecoloreddiamonds.com, rarecoloreddiamonds.com. On his website is the Rare Colored Diamonds Historical Value Tracker System. It's proprietary. It's the perfect tool for you to view the potential future value of rare colored diamonds based on the current market trends for that type of diamond. And you can track the potential future value of colored diamonds. We have it in our newsletter, the link, and you can also go to rarecoloreddiamonds.com and take a look at it yourself. Also, watch the BTV interview. It is on Harold's website, and you can watch Harold being interviewed by BTV about rarecoloreddiamonds.com and colored diamonds in general. Every week we have our featured diamond of the week. It's on Harold's website. It's in our newsletter, and we have a picture of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a beautiful yellow and absolutely stunning. Harold said maybe once every decade a diamond like this appears. This is the extremely rare 2.11 carat round, brilliant, fancy yellow, and this is a vivid yellow, internally flawless diamond. Round brilliance, or the rarest cut. Vivid is the best color, and internally flawless is the best clarity. Only one diamond in a million is over a carat, and this bad boy is over 2 carats. Whoever is the fortunate one to get this diamond obviously is going to have something that they're going to be very proud of, not only as an investment, but as a jewelry piece as well. And this week, obviously, you can speak with Harold about the featured diamond. Connect with him at rarecoloreddiamonds.com. As well, the telephone number 1-800-432-1022. This week, as I mentioned on last week's show, 2 auctions, both in Geneva, Switzerland. One on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. We had Sotheby's Tuesday, Christie's Wednesday. We have auction results for colored diamonds for both. Harold will be happy to send those out to you. One of the big items, Sotheby's Geneva sold a very rare, important 10.99 carat fancy intense pink diamond ring for $10.84 million. And that is Swiss francs, or about $986,000 per carat. The stone was purchased by the jewelers Leviev, and they actually were bidding with 4 other bidders, and it was quite a battle from what we understand. The piece represented the 9th highest price for a diamond sold at auction. It was offered for sale from a private collection and had not appeared on the market for more than 30 years. And Harold, obviously, very pleased to see that big pink diamond sell. And speaking of pinks, you have a pink that actually sort of belongs to Oprah Winfrey that you'll have the opportunity to, obviously somewhere down the line, give someone a chance at investing in.
Oh, you better believe it. I mean, what's happening in the diamond business right now in the diamond industry is so exciting, Randy. I'll tell you, at times I can't even sleep at night. I'm so excited. And we have so many new projects that we're working on over the summer that is just going to really elevate our business, Rare Colored Diamonds and H. Siegel Fine Auctions, to a level that nobody has ever really seen before. We're converting our entire website to video. So when you go to rarecoloreddiamonds.com, instead of just looking at still pictures, you're going to be able to view our diamonds in 360 degree, and we've been toying with this for a while and sent some clients some videos of our diamond rings and things that we've been making, and the response has just been absolutely phenomenal. We're also going to make the website interactive. It means that you'll be able to go to the loose diamond section, you'll be able to pick out a diamond that you like, and then go to our dream collection of jewelry, and you'll be able to put that diamond virtually on top of the setting to see how it's going to look. Also in October, our auction website is going to kick off, and it's going to be a real extravaganza. We've built something that nobody has ever built in the diamond industry before. It's taken over a year to build, countless amounts of money, but it's certainly worth it. It's our exit strategy for our clients to sell our diamonds down the road. Obviously, at this point, with the bullish state of the diamond market, it's not a wise idea to sell. It's an idea to buy at this point, because we believe that the price of colored diamonds are going to continue to skyrocket, especially over the next 5 to 10 years, with tremendous situations happening in the market. What Randy was just referring to, Oprah Winfrey, I believe, took 100 of her TV guests to Australia last year, or it might have been earlier in the year, and they visited the Argyle mine, which obviously Australia is famous for. And the Argyle mine produces 95% of the world's pink diamonds. The pink diamond market is on fire because the Argyle mine is going to close, and there goes 95% of the world's pink diamonds, and that's going to happen fairly quickly. But anyways, Oprah Winfrey had designed a magnificent